Fedora Media Writer is a bare-bones GUI app intended for making bootable Fedora Linux USBs. But it has a documented feature not many people know about. You can use Fedora Media Writer to make a bootable USB for any Linux distro, and some other operating systems. It's cross-platform, with Mac, Windows, and Linux versions, and it's super easy to use, with 0 configuration options beyond choosing your disk image and destination drive. I recently used it to make a USB for Endeavour OS, which is my distro of choice. After doing that, I also tested some other OSes. First, I went to the Fedora Workstation download page and scrolled down to the Fedora Media Writer section. If you're on a Linux machine, following that download link will take you to the Flatpak installer and its instructions page. I'm on a Mac, so following the Mac and Windows link takes you to the latest release page at GitHub. There, you'll see links to get the app for Windows, for Intel Macs, and even for the M1, 2, 3, and 4 ARM64 Macs. Get the version for the computer on which you'll be running Fedora Media Writer. It doesn't have to be the same computer where you'll ultimately be installing Linux. I'm on an Intel Mac, so I'll get the regular OS X version. Then I downloaded the Endeavour OS ISO via its official site. Once everything's downloaded, I open the Fedora Media Writer DMG file, which mounts it on my computer. Copy the application to your Applications folder or wherever you want it to reside. I just put it in my desktop for now. This is probably a good time to plug in the USB you'll be using. Know that it'll be completely overwritten. Now right-click on Fedora Media Writer to open it. You can't just do a regular click to run it for the first time. A Mac won't allow it to by default. When a pop-up asks if you're sure you want to open it, click the Open button. At the time of this video, there's also a bug in the ARM64 version, so Media Writer isn't working on Silicon Macs out of the box. There's a workaround I'll link in the description, or you can go to a search engine and type in Fedora Media Writer GitHub 756, and you'll probably find it. Once Media Writer opens, it's time to pick your Linux ISO file. On the Select Image Source screen, choose Select ISO File. Choosing Download automatically would only apply to installing Fedora. On the next screen, find the ISO you want to burn to the USB by clicking the Select button and navigating to the ISO on your hard drive. Your USB should already be selected in the USB drive field. If you have multiple USB devices plugged in, choose the one you want to overwrite. Click the Write button to start the process. Press Write or OK in any pop-up prompts that appear. You may get an authorization prompt where you'll have to enter your user password. The process will get underway and take several minutes. Once you're done, your Mac might say it's unable to read the USB. That's fine. macOS just can't read these bootable USBs, except on startup. Things either worked or they failed catastrophically, and either way, there's nothing you can do now. You should be all set. To start from the USB on an Intel Mac, hold down the Option key as you restart and select your USB. It might be named something like EFI boot. Here, I've loaded into Endeavour OS successfully. Just to test things out, I also used Media Writer to make more bootable USBs. I made them for Fedora, Mint, Arch, Windows 11, FreeDOS, Haiku, and even Temple OS. All the Linux distros booted perfectly, and FreeDOS worked great on a Lenovo ThinkPad, but not on a Mac. Haiku got to its boot screen, but didn't really work right on either a Mac or the ThinkPad. And Windows and Temple OS failed altogether. So it looks like Media Writer is best for making bootable Linux USBs. So there you go. Fedora Media Writer is the easiest cross-platform way I know of to make bootable Linux distro USBs. There are other options. Rufus is a great Windows-only program. Ventoy is a Linux and Windows app that lets you put multiple OSs on a single drive. And Balena Etcher is a cross-platform tool that does the trick, though some people don't like that it collects analytics by default. You can also use the command line, but if you know how to do that, you likely didn't need this video in the first place. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to unionize your workplace.